First is extremely, could I say, light-hearted and carefree. Susanna comes on stage, faking extreme, carefreeness about having this date with the count and wanting the girl. So you must come very, very with great animation and great eagerness. The music after the first phrase repeats exactly the same effect. So you are still in the same mood with a little variation that I will show. Then we have only half the length of the carefree music. Oh, something has snapped somehow. And suddenly you are no more faking this cheerful eagerness. You are suddenly impressed by the beauty of the place and the time in which you sing. After all, this is going to be your wedding night. And when you come to the place where the frisky music is replaced by the chords, you are in a state of very delightful meditation. Okay? So let's see whether we can have this. Better, wasn't it? You created more. All right. We can go a little further. I will make myself completely ridiculous and I will sing this recitative, okay? After a fashion. Okay. Giunse al fine il momento che godrò senza affanno in braccio arido mio. Timide cure uscite dal mio petto a turbar non venite il mio diletto. Del loco, la terra e il cielo risponda. Come la notte, i furti miei seconda. At the end of the recitative, one of the most beautiful moods that we have in the whole repertoire should be created. And you see that you must be, of course, in understanding with the conductor, but if you manage to go progressively slower and with a great feeling of inner emotion, and the conductor helps you by becoming slower and slower and finally delaying for a long time the coming of those two chords, you have the public breathless. I myself, being in hiding behind the bush, every time I've caught myself saying, fine. Now, after that, You have sung the aria very capably, but there was not enough of this, could I say, enjoyment, which by now it's no more a noisy enjoyment. It is a very, very intimate enjoyment. You are already in communion with him, you see, and you sing to him now. Huh? Mm-hmm. So let's see whether you can sing generally a little more piano, but with a character of voice which is not so de vieni, no, de vieni, non tardar. Sing long vowels. You see, I say my diletto, even if it is an Italian short vowel, the word is long. Il mio diletto. Oh, come par che all'amoroso fuoco l'amenità del loco, la terra e il ciel risponda. If you use the accentuated syllable for making your voice ring and spin, then we will have an effect of emotion besides the effect of gaiety. You see? Now let's see whether you can do the same with the aria. Very much better. Instead of being just an enunciation of a succession of tones, it was your heart which was speaking through your voice, wasn't it? Hmm? Okay? Now, a little remark. You see, now when you have at the capital moment of the piece, like here, ti vola fronte in corona, we cannot have this change in the voice. We must have to find a way that the high tone is exactly the continuation of the tone. And I would advise you, instead of thinking that this high tone is going to the back and in a wider place, try to keep it exactly where the others went and let it spin upward along the front of your face. In corona. Is it understandable? Mm-hmm. Let's see whether it can be done. But you will need a very good support for doing that. Let's see. Ti vola forte, please. Okay, and could this high note be a little lighter?
Mm-hmm.
In corona. It is in the inflection towards piano that the sentimentality will be. You hold the idea of doing this makes you hold your throat.
That's just a habit.
Okay. Breathe deep and think that everything starts at your teeth and at your lips. Yes, can't you give more importance to it in your mind? You see, you sing Ti vola fronte in corona. Music starts where the correction being attained, the voice being secure, then the sound of the voice must carry a feeling. That's where music starts. So let's see whether we can go beyond correction. Take your time. That was very nice. I could have something to say about the vowel A. Why should the vowel A become on top? Ti vola fronte in corona. In corona. What? You see, I believe that singing is a question of common sense. We don't have to disturb something which goes very well for the sake of a technical idea. Let's see what you keep your A. Again, the one with the tenuto F, please. People after.
Ti vola fronte in corona.
Was this difficult?
No.
So you
It was
see,
easier than the other
the
one.
more naturally you sing your vowels, the better your voice will be. I have made a big to-do yesterday about the vowels, you see, last night. And I cannot recommend you enough to sing extremely pure vowels without any desire of modification for the sake of voice. We never need, for men it's a little bit different. We had a certain zone into which we must slightly darken our vowels. But for women it's never necessary to change the sound of a vowel. The more you sing them with simplicity and purity, the more beautiful your voice. Now, I was after you for a vowel A. In what English word is there a vowel A?
Somebody help. My mind just goes.
A girl in Milwaukee once offered my wife the word onion for finding the vowel A. I think that the vowel A exists in English only as the first part of the diphthong I. If I say I, the first part of that diphthong is an A. If I say hi, I have said an A. If I say the bright light, I have said two vowels A. But O, as in hot or in mother, and so father, is not a vowel A in the Italian, German, or French sense. So I would recommend everybody to think very much of A as being this bright thing which starting in the back of the teeth. It doesn't start here, It starts in the back of the teeth and then fills the mouth. See, but it's not That's something that you can still hear in nowadays in the middle and lower part of the voice of Italian tenors. The distortion of the vowel A is considerable in our time, especially among lower voices, where everybody wants to sing, oh! You see, I think that it is a great, great shame. It has destroyed so much of the beauty of the human voice. But you did not do it. You are not guilty of anything. You didn't destroy anything. Thank you very much.